So let's take a look at Georgia's growth post World War II. So now we're in the 1940s on up. So in Georgia, remember, we have now finished World War II. Now we're starting to grow economically from the Great Depression. So now different things are also coming into play. So now we have new technological advancements coming around, and specifically for our farmers. So now we had the invention and the use of tractors and processors. So remember, pre the 1940s, a lot of farmers depended on sharecroppers, tenant farmers, and just farm labor in general. So with machines like these, the tractors, they're able to do more work faster because, of course, machines are faster than humans, and they cost less because with the machine, I ain't got to pay nobody. So they started firing a lot of those sharecroppers and tenant farmers and etc. because now they no longer needed them, and they also were able to expand their farmland to bigger acres. So farmers also started diversifying their crops, so they no longer was making cotton as the main crop. They started growing things like peanuts and pecans, which helped them a lot economically, and it still do today. And they also raising more livestock and poultry, such as chicken, pigs, cows, etc. So by the end of 1945, Georgia farms started decreasing because now you have so many farms, and now you have machines and equipment making it quicker to grow stuff. You don't really need all those farms. So a lot of farmers were coming out of business. Now, remember earlier when I said they were firing a lot of those farmers because they have machines? They no longer needed that labor, human labor, and they were firing them. So those human laborers need work somewhere. So they started moving to other more urban cities like Atlanta, Covington, Marietta, etc. And some even went up north to find work. So in Atlanta specifically, things that really attracted people to Atlanta from those farms were different warehouses that were opening up, such as Ford Motor Companies, General Motors, Lockheed. This is when cars were really starting to take off in the early 1940s. So these were warehouses that specialized in cars. They also were able to get in different industries, service industries like the finance industry and the insurance industry. So by 1952, Atlanta's population grew to over 100,000 people. So this is at downtown Atlanta in the 50s. So one man in Atlanta specifically, we're going to talk about our mayors here in Atlanta. So one man, William Hartsfield, was very progressive in making Atlanta what it is today. So William Hartsfield was known for being the father of Atlanta aviation. So he was very instrumental in bringing the airport to Atlanta. So you know the airport's called Hartsfield Jackson. He's the Hartsfield of Hartsfield Jackson Airport. So he was the one that actually bought the airport to Atlanta, and it became at that time it became the biggest airport in the country. He also was very instrumental in desegregating public schools and doing more integration than any mayor before him. Then after him, our second mayor was Ivan Allen Jr. And Ivan Allen was also very much in favor of desegregating schools and desegregating more public offices. So on his first day in office, he made sure they removed all the colored and white signs from City Hall. He also gave black police officers the authority to arrest whites and not just other black people. Now, one of the biggest things Ivan Allen is very much remembered for is he was the one that brought sports teams to Atlanta, such as the Braves, the Falcons, and the Hawks. Now, he also proposed MARTA, remember that special purpose district, but it got voted down by Maynard Jackson later on, got it approved. So this is Ivan Allen in what was Fulton County Stadium. Now it's currently called Turner Field. So the first team to really come to Atlanta was the Braves, and the Braves are still here today. So they played their first game in the 1960s, and Hank Aaron, who was a black baseball player, made history when he hit his 715th home run and broke Babe Ruth's previous record. Now, of course, that angered a lot of racist whites who was not in favor of that, and they were threatening to kill him if he beat the record. But he beat it anyway. He was not touched. So this is Hank Aaron hitting his 715th home run. Then in 1966, the Falcons came to Georgia to play their first game, And they were playing in what was called the Fulton County Stadium, which later on became the Georgia Dome, which now currently, well, the Georgia Dome got tore down. And currently, we had the Mercedes-Benz Stadium where the Falcons play. And then the Hawks came in 1968, which we still have the Hawks today. These are the Falcons and the Hawks.